Good evening, and welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Livingston Man, roll that beautiful beam footage. We all gonna die! We survived another apocalypse. Livingston, man, we did it. We did it.
Every time.
Another one. 61. I have survived 61 end times prophecies in 44 years, baby. Killing this survival game. Get off of me.
These poor viewers of ours have been doing 78 episodes of this horse shit.
Well, yeah, it just goes to say that, you know, we're more practically prepared than we are for Doomsday, because Doomsday may show up one day unannounced, probably on a fucking Wednesday, just saying.
I thought we already figured out that statistically it was like going to be a Monday or something.
Yeah, well, statistics.
Hunter,
125.
Hunter,
Johnny
can I
Preps.
just ask you how many times exactly do you want to drop that same ass comment in the chat? I seen it 3 fucking pages up like 20 minutes ago. He just told the joke again because there's more people here.
Hunter 25, Johnny Preps, Chief Dog, Mr. Zero, Coffee First Then Speak, Jay Creature in the house, Eric M1RV, Ghost Lincoln, Santiago, Sunset, Sandy, good to see you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Smoking Swamp Outdoors, Mr. B Local and the B Local family. Miss J, how are you? I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. Puka Nuke, who knows, man? Apparently, imminent is the words from the United States government. Imminent is the strike against Israel from Iran. They don't know what they're after. They don't know what they're aiming for. They have no idea. But apparently, this is coming very, very soon. Interested to see where this leads, for sure. I'm not going to add any further comment. I'm just interested to see where this goes. If you could smash the like button before we all die, we would greatly appreciate it.
Because it matters, you know.
Rip Curl, what's good, my brother? Good to see you. Steven, good to see you. Who knows? Anything could happen. You know what's going to happen?
Nothing.
The Bugout Bag giveaway. That's going to happen.
Still slated or still on schedule for that?
Yeah. I brought some, well, not some of, but like all of the Bugout Bag stuff.
Why do you keep bringing this shit here?
Because, man, it's like...
I think you're not allowed to keep it in your house, is what I think.
No, I'm totally allowed to keep it in the house. And just added a whole nother tier to the giveaway is the East Tennessee IFAC from East Tennessee Preparedness. He donated this to the MS Bugout Bag giveaway. Here it is. It's amazing. It's a really quality IFAC. We did a whole review on this, and it's a really good quality. It's a trauma kit, and it's fantastic. Well built, and man, it looks just sleek and awesome. This has been added as another tier to the giveaway. There's already a great kit in the Bugout Bag, so I figured somebody should take this home, so it just adds another winner to the whole thing, man. And
off the top of your head now, how many now chances to win something?
Let's see. We got the Bugout Bag, which is one. That's the grand prize, I guess we would call it. And then we have a Grail Geopress, which is like first place, I guess you'd call it, or second place.
Okay.
Third place would be a Grail Ultra Press. That was donated by LKF Designs. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Same thing as a big Grail, but
yeah, and an extra filter to go along with it. So there's, you know, it's a 2-for-1.
That's a
so
great deal
you're
too.
gonna
Because
get a bunch of
the first thing
water
I just with using common sense when I got a Grail, I got an extra filter for. I actually think I got 2.
It's true.
Just because I'm like, well, you know, if I'm out drinking out of puddles using this thing, I sure as hell ain't going on Amazon and getting new filters for it. So
Definitely not. Definitely not. And then we just added this East Tennessee Preparedness IFAC. I mean, come on, man, come on. And word is there's some chatter about some more stuff coming in. We'll see when it shows up. We'll see when it shows up.
If this goes all out.
But this bag, I couldn't have done it without Freedom Plumbing and Heating. Freedom Plumbing and Heating donated some of the items that are in the Bugout bag. And Mickwick Fire Starters, man. Mickwick Fire Starters donated a bunch of Mickwick Fire Starters to the giveaway. Thank you guys so much. East Tennessee Preparedness, thank you so much for your donation. Really cool, man. I love it. There's so much stuff. There's so much freeze dry. I don't know if I can't fit it all in the bag. Because it's all still in the packages, and I feel like the packages belong to whoever wins it.
It kind of shows, you know, like it's not been
well,
tampered
I mean,
with,
God
used or
forbid
whatever,
that the thing is defective out of the package. You kind of need the package to be able to, you know, return it and get something back.
Hunter's not wrong. All right, so up where we went, already you're up in the mountains, so probably average elevation something like 2,000 feet or roughly, right?
Sure.
So one for every, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, for every 1,000 feet of elevation. Now, of course, you're just literally closer to the sun, but the temperature actually rises because you're above atmospheric humidity and all this other thing. It was hot. For the season, I thought, coming from down here, and then we drove.
Yeah, it was really, really warm up there.
We went 200 miles north, essentially, and it was just as warm there as it was here. And of course, then we're all standing around in the broad daylight, just like staring at the fucking sun, you know. And I thought for sure I probably did bring home some color. They're talking about our haircuts and our beauty regimen or something.
I took my hat. I did my hair for tonight. I'm sorry.
I did not give a haircut or a shave. I'm off the
Lily
job
B, good to
site.
see you. Lee Billy, I'm sorry. Lee Billy, good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight.
And then it did. At totality, like it probably dropped. I would give it 10, 15 degrees. It was noticeable. It went from like it's hot out here, I should have wore shorts, to like where's my sweatshirt. That was a super cool thing. I know Hunter's got a thing against eclipses, but you had to be there.
Eric M1RV, thank you so much. I saw your question earlier about the odds for winning. I'm really not sure. I'm not sure exactly how many entries there are, but I'm going to do a little math here in a little while. When the Livingston man starts going on a rant, if you see me pull my phone out, it's only to use the calculator. I just need to do some calculations and see where we're at.
I would say that
give folks an idea of how much we've raised in donations for this.
If there's 100 of them, Eric N1RV is responsible for half of. 25% of them are in his name, and he's donated 25%.
Another 25%, absolutely. Between him, Ghost Lincoln has donated more than I know, man. These guys have single-handedly filled this basket right here. This basket right here is full.
Can I ask you, you guys can hear us good? Are we good here?
Yeah, is the audio all right?
Patty S is having an issue here. And
it could. We might be able to crank the volume up.
Loretta Houch, it's also low. I don't know.
Jay Creature has headphones in, cranked all the way up. Did you send out tickets to entrance? No, the opposite end of the ticket is in this folder right here, and all of the tickets are right here in the basket. Low audio says, oops. Clear but low. Turn it up a little bit. Dude. Volume is fine. Is it any better? Anybody who said it was low. Hopefully it's a little bit better. I can move my microphone a little. I'm sorry if I crackle. Very low volume tonight. Thank you, Sunset. You are back, getting better. Move it closer to my fat little face, and then it's better. There you go. Oh, Livingston Man is in the thing now. I suppose I could count these tickets, but I'm not going to do it while we're live here. Jay Creature says it's resolved. Thank you so much, Jay Creature. There's a lot of freaking tickets here. We have raised a whole lot of money for the MS Society. I can tell you guys right now that we are, quick math, 6, 2,100 plus in donations for the MS Society. 2,100 plus. Yeah, 2,100 plus.
20 in, right?
What's that?
20 buy-in.
Correct.
So you have some, yeah, I was about, you have 105 entries.
tickets. It's actually more than that, but that was just some round numbers quick. Over 2,100 raised so far for the Bugout bag, man. And the MS Society, I cannot thank you guys enough for your donations to the MS Society. Cold War Prepper, good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by this We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Jay Creature, that would be the dirtiest move, and I would hope that the folks here that know that I'm doing this to raise money for the MS Society, I hope that they would give them holy hell for it, because that's just dirty, bro. That's dirty.
They ain't seen dirty from them guys.
Livingston, man, I have a question for you. Do you have any comments on my new pack? I bought a new pack.
Another. Would you
Right.
believe
This
it?
is
Would you believe
Jay
it?
Creature is probably going to give me some flack on this one too. But I bought a new pack, guys. This is just an Osprey backpack, essentially. What model is this? I think it says it right here.
Tank
on the
Houston,
bottom.
welcome to
Tank
the show.
Houston,
Welcome
what's
to
good?
the shit show.
This is the Osprey Quasar. It's new for this year, I guess. And I wanted a new camera bag, and this is like all my camera stuff. It fits in here fantastic. A
For
nice
camera,
little
I love
backpack.
these side pockets for camera shit because you can just
Yeah.
like drop just about anything in there.
Yep.
Especially
and
when
lash it to
tripod
the
goes
pack. Basically just a little day pack, but it's the only color I liked, man. I really dug through the store and looked for this. I did not order it online. I actually went to a local mom and pop shop. Actually, I went with my brother Tank Houston. Thank you so much for coming with me, bro.
Boy.
I went over there and we honestly, Tank and I looked through like all of the packs, and Osprey had so many packs. They're so
What store did you go to?
lightweight. Kenco over in Kingston. Actually, it's just outside of Kingston. I believe it's just outside of Hurley. But beautiful, beautiful store there, loaded with outdoor gear, equipment. If you guys are on the fence, if you know the hiking life is for you and you want to go try some gear out, you can go to Kenco and actually rent gear for like a weekend and see if you can do it. Johnny Prep says it's considered West Hurley, so there you go, West Hurley, town of Kingston. Don't ask. Roger that, Jay Creature. But so far, this bag has treated me pretty good. Extremely lightweight, guys.
Prepping
Extremely
Mantis
lightweight.
signs off on it as well. Osprey
Awesome.
is apparently a good company.
Awesome. Jay Creature says if it's Osprey, I already like it.
If it fits your budget and it does what you
Yeah.
need it to do,
Yeah.
and and you're so inclined, grab it.
Absolutely.
Some folks are real sticklers for Gucci gear. They have a big deal about where it's made, this, that, and the other thing. I'm not so much anymore. I kind of used to be like that. Anymore, it's like, look, cool colors, does the thing I need it to do. I can afford it. I'm buying it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yankee Watchdog, thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. Really appreciate it. And good luck with the Pro Bees at the firehouse, my friend. Devil Dog Prepper, good to see you, my brother. But yeah, so far, I really like it. It's a small little pack. This in here, I have both the GoPros. I've got an extra battery pack. I've got the drone, plus all the batteries and everything to go along with that. And this little cheap old Bauer, you know, what do you call that thing? Tripod? I guess.
That thing, I would call that
It's kind of garbage.
I call that a Gumby.
It's kind of Gumby.
It's one of the ones you can wrap around shit. Make it do anything.
But so far, it's doing the thing, and I'll keep you guys posted on it along the way. You know, if it's a piece of shit, I'll let you know. But so far, yeah, the cat is definitely calling.
Mike's voice
she is not
annoys her.
happy. Yeah, she doesn't like me that much. The Quiet Ninja, that bag, I want to say that bag's about $120.
See, I would have.
and that's
I
one of
would
the
have not
newest
thought
ones.
that. I would have actually looking at it. If you hadn't said nothing, I would have been like, "Oh, you got that? Like, what did you get that? Walmart? Awesome."
Well, it kind of does resemble one of the cheaper, smaller backpacks, but apparently they're extremely high quality. So I would say it's in the same realm as like a North Face bag or something along those lines, but maybe even higher quality.
I found with like the Walmart bags and like the designer knockoffs like that they like look the same and like you look at it and you're like, oh, this is good quality, but then something stupid like you put it on the shoulder strap just breaks off because that was the part they didn't stitch.
There you go. Jay Creature says Osprey has a lifetime warranty. Fantastic. And Tank Houston, absolutely, you're absolutely correct. All of the Osprey packs that we picked up, including, I think Tank picked one up off the shelf and it was like a 70-liter bag. Livingston, man, the thing weighed like 2 pounds. The whole bag weighed like 2 pounds.
I mean, you want to start there. I mean, anybody like repping the military issue gear, a whole Molly system is still probably 10 pounds. The old Alice pack with a frame, you're like in 12, 15 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Empty pack.
Big time.
You know?
Big time. Those things get heavy, heavy.
That was my
Shannon
first pack.
Barrett
I had
says,
one with the frame on it.
I'm going to stay here and not go to Prepper Nurse One's live stream. He says my name wrong every time. Shannon Barrett, my apologies.
Are we saying it right? I don't know how else he would say it.
Yeah.
He calls you Barrett, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
No, that's Barrett right there.
Yeah, it's Barrett. I've seen that word before.
Tank said it was the 100-liter, actually. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, the 100-liter bag, man. Like
oh, he calls her Sharon.
Oh, man. Don't be going.
Yeah, we try to have fun here. Is all. We try to pronounce people's names right. You know, and that's always been first. It's actually written on the wall right there. You can't see it, but it says pronounce people's names right.
That's
Rule
right.
number 1.
That's right. Jay Creature says Osprey has something called AG. It stands for anti-gravity on the bigger packs, and it's not a gimmick.
Huh. Is it some sort of suspension system? I assume perhaps it's elastic.
Interesting. Anthony Crouch, good to see you, my brother. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight. Yeah. HVPAS don't talk good English like us. No, I stumble and bumble and I trip over words all the time. Get a little dyslexic sometimes.
I just make up my own shit.
Yeah.
Freestyle, bro. There you go.
Right on.
And
hey, you want a house filled with dirt? Tank and Livingston, man, are trying to get somebody to allow them to fill their house with dirt.
And I mean, not like vandalism. I mean, like to code. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the inspector, everybody involved is going to be impressed. We're at the cutting edge of the field, and ain't nobody else doing it. Period. There's no way to do it better because ain't nobody else doing it.
Jay Creature says, consider a nice pack liner for your new bag. Pack liner? What do you mean, man?
You mean like a dry bag, or you mean like a sort of like maybe an internal frame kind of thing? I've seen those. There's like a ring almost that goes in the bag to just help it stay shaped.
No, I don't think that. I think a pack liner. I'm thinking more waterproofing, kind of what's in the bag. You know, just put it all in there, tie up the top. That's kind of what I'm imagining, but
that's what I figure.
Louis Vuitton pack liner.
That's it.
No, I felt like a waterproof bag for the inside for your cameras and clothes. Oh, excellent. So yeah.
I feel like old Joe Biden just went around like tipping every barista he saw like 25% on the iPad just all day, like blessing everybody. Blessing them. Thanks, Joe.
Tracy K said she saw some Ospreys come through a few years ago. It's pretty cool to see. Those are some really interesting. Have you ever seen one of those things fly, Livingston, man?
What?
The Osprey helicopters that the military has.
Oh yeah, I actually own one. I own one in Grand Theft Auto, bro. You're talking to an expert pilot here.
Mike, can you do an episode using Tyvek and its off-grid uses? You know, honestly, Jay Creature, we don't use Tyvek too awful much in construction anymore. You know, there's been a lot of there's been a lot of advancements in plywood and things like that. So Tyvek isn't something that I really have hanging around too awful much.
I'm with Jay Creature. There seems to be really no purpose exactly. The Osprey is one of those. You were so obsessed with whether you could, you didn't stop to think whether you should.
Yeah, do we really
like, what does it even
do?
Well, it takes off and lands vertically. It's a helicopter and an airplane, but what does it do?
It's just a helicopter and an airplane.
Any VTOL aircraft, except some of the F-35s can do it, I believe, are just inherently unsafe. The technology just didn't work.
Perhaps the F-22
I believe the F-22, it can thrust vector. I don't know if it can VTOL, but I know it can swing its ass around, if you will. It can drift.
Wow, Jay Creature pulled a lucky ticket, missed the helo flight, it crashed, and everyone died.
Damn.
A golden ticket, man.
And then Osprey, you were a Marine. It makes everything make sense now.
Betty Lou Tower, good evening. Welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Livingston, man, this is the actual bug-out bag that everybody is vying for right here.
Break it down.
Yeah, it's not.
It's hard to
It's
see
not
'cause it's
glorious.
black.
The bag itself. No, it is very hard to see. It's a black tactical backpack, but it is loaded. Beyond loaded. Let's see what's the first thing we got in here. This right here is a Jetboil flash. That's in the bug-out bag. What else is in the bug-out bag? Oh, this is one of my favorite pieces of gear. I actually have this. This is the One Tigress Bushcraft quilt, down-filled. Keep it dry. It's absolutely freaking awesome. Super warm, and it actually doubles as a poncho liner if you should choose.
Is it actual down?
Yeah.
Feathers. Yeah. Pin feathers.
I believe this is the... Oh, I can't read. This is the One Tigress Bushcraft tarp. That's what that is right there. So that's your cover. That's going to keep you dry. You guys ever heard of Survivor Cord XT? This is the big stuff. This is 1,000-pound brake strength. That's in the bug-out bag too. I got to put some of this stuff away because
1100 cord. You got it.
Yeah, bro. This here, Livingston man is a cord geek. Here, break that down while I cram this stuff in here because I'm actually. I gotta buy some of that.
I know what
stuff,
this is.
Man.
Exceeds regular what you think of as 550 cord.
Oh yeah, by far.
Because it has
by far.
Instead of 7 strands, it's got.
Okay.
Oh, it's got Kevlar strands. In
Oh yeah, it's got Kevlar strands, fishing line, fire, tinder, all kinds of stuff.
It's
incredible.
6/32 of an inch, which for the not mentally deficient is 3/16. But hey, 6/32 sounds way bigger, right?
6/32.
If somebody walked up to me on a job site and said that, I'd throw my hammer at them. Hey, bro, this kid came up to me said one time, he's like, yo, it's 6/8. I'm like, what? 15 ounces. Yeah, why this is stronger is like the filaments inside the paracord. It's got more of them from what I think. It's probably got 11 or 13 of them. And
Cold World Prepper says 3/16 and 6/32 are the same thing. Exactly. They just wanted to make it sound bigger than that.
Yeah, and so why this is cool is it's got the regular nylon filaments in it, and then there's one of them is a 25-pound test braided fishing line.
Oh, okay.
One of them is a waterproof wax jute tinder for starting fires. One of them is Kevlar, and the rest are all your regular paracord.
Fantastic.
Guts. That's really cool stuff. I would buy that.
Yeah, really nice. This sucker was expensive, man. That I tell you honestly, this was expensive.
Now I suppose all right, I'm going to pull out one downside to it that occurred to me is that one strand of that is literally a fire starter, so you don't want to be like stringing this up across like ignition points because it will just literally catch fire.
Well, there you go. Right? Yeah, very true.
6/32s, nah, man, we going by that now.
This is a ground sheet, One Tigress ground sheet. So that will keep your butt dry, and then we got a cover to keep you dry, and we got a blanket to keep you warm, right? We've got some cordage, so you can hang some stuff. What's the best name in hand saws? Silky.
Oh, you had me.
Pocket boy.
I was about to say Fiskars, but okay.
No, Silky's better, baby. Along with this kit comes this is a My Medic. This is not the base model.
Like
this is the advanced IFAC. So this sucker retails for like $325 or something like that. That's in the bug-out bag right there.
The thing literally.
I mean, that's the cost of buying in.
To even feel good about carrying that first aid kit, you need to talk to Strategic ETC and get you some quality medical training. Or you're going to be pulling devices and probes out of there, and you're going to be putting them places they don't belong. And Jay Creature knows what I'm talking about.
This thing right here, I have used more than I ever thought I would. This is called the One Tigress Bushcraft mat. This is like a waxed canvas, and
it's like
paid advertisement city. No, we're advertising for ourselves, but this is all the stuff that somebody is going to win. This doubles as a chair. You can tie it up. One Tigress Bushcraft. No affiliation with One Tigress, but I really like their stuff.
It's like a
Awesome.
It's
awesome.
like I could call it like a tent carpet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what I saw you using it for. Like when he was
To
when he
kneel
was
down on the wet ground, man.
stoking his
Nothing
fire,
better.
putting his feet on it
Nothing
when he's
better.
sitting in a chair, just whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Put it outside the door, and it has pockets and stuff.
This is a coffee press for your jet boil. This right here
Fire.
is the stand for your jet boil. Got to have one of those. And every survival kit should have a cotton bandana. This one happens to be a Bushcraft Head for Survival bandana. It's got all kinds of information printed right on it, and can help you out if you're in a crummy situation. Bandanas are fantastic. What else is in here? Oh, there's a big spoon. Big
Titanium?
well, but of course.
Come on.
A compass to help you find your way, right? And if you got a big spoon, what do you need a big spoon for? Well, for all your new peak refuel, you got to have that, right? There's all kinds of $100
six-pack, 12-pack?
worth of peak refuel in here. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3.
This is all grand prize right now.
4,
right?
correct. 5, 6.
$20 and you can have all of everything and more
refuel,
that he's even
meals.
shown yet. $20 could get you 6 peak refills. Never mind everything else he already showed you. Come
A
on.
Nebo
We need you to
headlamp. Gotta have a headlamp.
Deep in them pockets.
Loving this stuff, man. Loving this stuff. This is third place right here. This is the Grail Ultra Press. This is donated by LKF Designs. Thank you so much, LKF Designs. The bag had to have a water filter and none other than the Grail GeoPress in the Bugout bag. And second place gets a Grail GeoPress.
It's big. What's that? That one's 32 ounces?
This, no, 24 ounces, but this is the same GeoPress you saw before. This one is just packaged a little bit different. What about glow sticks? Hey, there's a Nebo headlamp in here.
Yeah, and if you're in the market for glow sticks, go on Amazon and go to the Sialoom ones and get like the ones that have the NSN number. They're like $1 a piece. They come in government bags.
The extra Ultra Press filter. That's a package deal right there. Roaming Prepper, good to see you, my friend. And yet to be seen. I'm gonna worry about it later, but even the
Prepared
gas
Irishman wants a ticket.
to word your jet boil.
It's actually $20, brother.
HVPAS lighter right there. Booyah. And enough Mickwicks to keep you camping for a long, long time. Shout out to Mickwick Fire Starters. Thank you so much. Prepared Irishman, you are in, and I will include something a little extra with your ticket, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, man, this is. I'm excited to really kick somebody's bug out bag to the next level with this.
Jay Creature finally got him to do
Jay
more than
Creature
99
is
cents.
on board. Appreciate it, Jay Creature.
He dug deep for that. Man.
Yeah, he did. He's Mr. 99 cents. So thank you so much, Jay Creature. Really appreciate it. And the East Tennessee IFAC, man. There's another tier of prizes now. This thing's awesome. This one comes with the glow stick.
Honorable mention. Thanks for coming out. Prize, I guess, at that point. We got so many, and what's been happening, if you are so inclined, we don't have so much time left to really do this, but if you're so inclined, you can make not so much a donation, but a contribution to the pile. You want to know fifth place prize? Send us something. We'll put it up there for people.
If you have a business and you want to be part of this, send it. If you know a business that you think should be part of this, tell them to get a hold of me, email me, and I will put them in, man. I will put them in. I will add it to the list, and we'll give it away to somebody at some point.
All right.
Eric N1RV, you better stop. You're gonna get in trouble.
All right. Before we go too much further with all this counting of money and stuff, why don't you drop real knowledge on them? We've got payment options. When is
Venmo. If you Venmo us, that's in the description section. Please write in there that this is for the bug out bag giveaway. Please write it in there.
And the drawing, the final, the winning numbers will be announced
Memorial Day.
now that day or the night like before.
Well, we're gonna try to shoot for Memorial Day. Memorial Day is the last day to donate to get an entry. So if you go beyond Memorial Day, there's no more entries beyond Memorial Day, and we will pick the winner after Memorial Day. Memorial Day is the deadline. There's a little over a month left to get in on this, so do what you can and get in when you can. And then I gotta ship this thing out, bro. That's gonna be, I mean, I spent a lot of money. There's over $1,500 worth of stuff just in the one bag, and then to ship it all out is probably,
whether
it's gonna cost a little bit of money.
whether you're just coming into the game or you like have been here for a while, like this bag of stuff is like crazy. Like it's the type of stuff I would never bring it out. It would
doesn't
still
want
be
to
in
get
the
it dirty.
It would still be in the boxes when the shit went down. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be that guy with that bag of stuff. Jay Creature has officially committed fraud and then admitted to it.
Yeah. It happens.
They'll come for you before they come for us, bro. Fucking with their money, son.
Uh-oh. He just found out his YouTube is linked to his wife's credit card. Well, enjoy your entries, my friend.
Your wife's gonna get herself a new Bugout bag.
Yep. There's some cool stuff in there.
So I just want to say again, thank you to everyone again
Yeah,
for all your
thank you so
donations.
much. We
tonight,
really appreciate it.
tonight and all the other times before, there's a lot of goodwill gonna go up to the MS Society here.
Prepping artists, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
This is again for the MS Society. 100% of everything you guys have donated that YouTube hasn't skimmed off the top.
That's right.
Will go to the MS
My
Society.
donation to the MS Society is the bag and everything in it, aside from the things that were donated by LKF Designs and by Freedom Plumbing and Heating. So that's my donation to the MS Society. Is
Tickets
all
are
this stuff.
R20. I had attempted to point that out.
Yeah, absolutely. But if you give the extra $5, what that does is guarantees that you give at least $20 to the MS Society, because YouTube is going to skim their 30% off it.
They take 10 out
and
of
the
30,
best I
so-
can do is donate all money that we've taken in, and all of that is going to go directly to the MS Society. We will be donating it before June 1st. June 1st is the MS walk that I will be attending. And I'll be out there for the MS walk, doing what I can to raise some more money for the MS Society. Yeah, 20 bucks for an entry. The extra $5 really helps out because it makes sure that they are getting the full $20 donation. But whatever you guys donate, I am giving an entry. If it's at least 20 bucks, if you guys go over 20 bucks, it's appreciated. But really appreciate it, man.
If you are also, again, so inclined, I don't know how to do it, but I am certain that you can, is you're making a charitable donation. You can write this out on your taxes. I don't know how to do it. I'm not offering advice, but I'm pretty sure you can.
Absolutely.
If you, I suppose if you wanted something
Can
like
I
that,
do it on a hoverboard? Probably, Johnny Preps. Probably.
I imagine that you could go back through your credit history or your Venmo and stuff like this and flag what, like, that you made a charitable donation. Again, not offering tax advice, but just saying it's good all around the board to just get on board with that bag. I mean, I would buy that. So I would have entered this raffle, honestly, for that survival cord. I've been like, hell, $20, whatever. Because that was just cool enough. Hell,
Honestly,
I don't
man,
care
I
about
don't
the rest
know.
of that stuff.
I don't think
just
there's
sell
anything
it.
in there that's under $20, to be honest with you. Honestly.
Yeah, all 80,000 new IRS agents are actually probably watching a lot. That'd be nice. At least we'd
Yeah,
get
they're
some-
all here for
At
training.
least we'd get some watch time.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, and I'm going to include a new fancy We All Gonna Die Wednesday Livingston Man patch in the bug out bag. Booyah, it's in there.
What else do you people want? songs. They want songs. They want dancing. They want.
Enlisted Prepper says, Hill People Gear's latest video had a segment on water purification. They used a pump, then pills to purify water. Yeah, man, that stuff tastes horrible. Chemically treated water is gross. Prepared Irishman, yes. Velcro patch, absolutely.
I'll tell you what, if I could actually not faint during a tattoo, that is something I probably would get tattooed. Although I would have them modified to not have the facial hair. Or maybe do like mutton chops or something. I don't know. But yeah.
Tattoos that patch on his forearm. I'm telling you.
Already kind of choked up, but it would look better than some of this trash I got.
An updated coin. So it's last year's, because last year was the year of We All Gonna Die Wednesday. It was a 2023 thing. That's when we kicked it all off. So we figured it was there to commemorate when it all started.
We've been misleading you for 1 year. 78 episodes.
Well, what we've been doing is telling people that it's all bullshit.
What's even funnier about it is that like we're all going to die Wednesday as we sprout this. The ideal time to say some shit like that would actually be Tuesday night. Yeah. Like Wednesday evening, we're like, no, we got like 4 hours, dude. I'm telling you, we're done. Done.
Hey, this patch will never be made again. This one's super limited edition. There's only ever 100 of these made.
The journey.
Oh man!
To get those things to look like that.
This was quite the effort.
There's a whole batch of
not
abominations.
Only us, but the patch company, man. They, I got to commend them. They worked and they worked and they worked until they got it right. These things, I mean, look at it in the light. It reflects light. Super awesome, super awesome. And like the Irishman asked, those are Velcro backed, so. They stick to all your cool stuff. See? They stick. Not the best. Winning streak. Be careful driving and laughing your ass off. You might need that to stay in your seat.
Yeah, now I'm just going to amp them up. I'm going to gas them up even more.
William K's, you got yours. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, man, my wrist is going crazy. Also tracked by black helicopters. Totally could be. Totally could be.
We have nanotechnology embedded in the threads.
Yeah, totally, man. Got it from the old China.
It's not them that know where you are when you have one of those. It's me.
So, question for you guys. Have you guys heard about the big push to kind of like kill off DJI drones?
They're mad.
They want them all gone. It's not just TikTok. It's like anything... Chinese owned. They want them gone. I don't know if they think these things are stealing data or what exactly they're doing. But, from what I know of DJI, they're a camera company, and those cameras just happen to fly. They make lots of great big cameras, like movie type cameras, cinema cameras. WTF? I'm saying.
They are confidently accusing DJI of being a Chinese military company. By confidently, I mean they are stating this as fact, and that like.
Okay.
DJI swears up and down that they are not.
Yeah,
but because
their mission statement actually says that they detest that people are using their drones for war purposes.
And they're one of the only drone they point out that they do not send drones to like conflict zones. Whether they end up getting bootlegged into use for that is not DJI's thing. But the way my take on this like ban Chinese stuff thing is, I'm a red-blooded American, and I would prefer that the people spying on me are too. Nobody's worried about Google, Facebook, and all the other, as long as they're American owned. But DJI and TikTok got to get out of here, bro. Yep. And not only that, but like people, the overwhelming majority of people that own these drones have them for recreation. 1% of those people are actually good at flying it, or even do often. And this is ridiculous. They expect me to believe that little flying camera that I got to turn on and go through all kinds of motions to make work is worse than that brick I carry around in my pocket listening to me and watching me all day.
So
you got to be kidding me.
Interesting.
At least I can turn the damn drone off. There's a reason you can't take the battery out of your phone anymore.
Yeah, you're not allowed to turn that sucker off. Interesting about things tracking you and following you. When we went to the Path of Totality on Monday, that was what Livingston Man and I did for the day on Monday. My brother came along for the ride with us, so it was a blast of a trip. I had an awesome time.
The journey and the destination were cool,
Absolutely. And I noticed that Google was trying to take over the roadways.
Google is doing traffic control now, you guys.
Yes,
Listen to this.
Yes. As we were proceeding north, we were on 87 north, heading into the Adirondacks. And all of a sudden there was an accident in front of us, right? So Google immediately says, there's a slowdown ahead. Would you like to take this alternate route and save 6 minutes, right? So it tried to put us on the alternate route. And I was like, nah, I think we'll just, if we got to slow down ahead, we'll just slow down. We're just going to keep going this way, guys. And we kept going the way we were going. And I noticed at every exit, there was more and more people whose phones would automatically route them off this thing, because it was a question, but it was only a question for a second. And then they were going to put you on the alternate route. So if you didn't turn that off, it was going to put you on the alternate route and keep trying to put you on that alternate route to get you out of the traffic that you were in. The problem with that was it was taking all of these people off of a 3-lane highway and putting them onto a single-lane road. So it got a little bit crammed on the back roads.
It became predictable. We could start to know with relative certainty that a lot of these people are going to try to bang off at this exit. And just don't do it. And the trip was slower than you wish it would, but there was a lot of people heading up the way. But by ignoring or like making informed choices as to what to think of what Google just told you to do, worked out for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But so it also led me to the point that if you guys are planning on bugging out, you better be gone real freaking early. Like before whatever you're bugging out from ever happens or anybody else thinks it could happen. Because those roads were one slip up away from impassable. Sure. One slip up away, and when we were all going to have a good time.
We saw 3 fender benders in a row. One was like legitimate, I'll call it, and then the other 2 were because people were too busy worried about that and flying by wire with the cell phone instead of looking where they were going, and just lined up. And there's only 3 lanes, and 2 of them are blocked. People are in the road, out of the car, taking pictures, exchanging information, bedlam.
Yeah, in the lane on the highway. I saw vehicles stop traffic on the shoulder. Toyota Prius, 60 miles an hour down the shoulder, over the rumble strips and everything.
Blast, dude.
This was not a scary event. This was not a traumatic event. Nobody's life was in danger. There were no problems. And people were still acting the fool. So we were literally one hiccup away from all of those roads being completely and totally impassable. I'm talking every route north would have been impassable. Most of the gas stations along the route that we were at, once you got far enough north, they were gone. There was no gasoline left. When we left the town we were in, it was dry. There was no gasoline left in town. So if you didn't have gas, you weren't getting gas.
As well as food, just goods in general.
The locust came in, they ate up everything, all of the resources, and then they moved on. It's true.
We've seen it in every town along that path through the United States. Like they got wrecked.
Yeah.
I started to wondering out loud about. I was like, for us, whatever, we're going home, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow morning, Screw Lake gonna wake up with no gas, no food, all kinds of shit to do, garbage everywhere. Oh my God! And everybody that did it left.
Scott, absolutely. That was exactly the reason for the warnings. It was more for the locals. When people were asking about it, I told them, I was like, listen, the cell networks barely worked.
Yeah, couldn't get a message out, couldn't do nothing.
Once totality hit, if you weren't already connected to the internet, you were toast. Jay Creature, I have an extended range vehicle, so I just fill the gas tank, bro.
Is that what you call it? It's a pickup truck. Most of us call it that.
Well, yeah, but I've got an extra large gas tank.
I like how you embellished it, though. It's an extended range vehicle.
No, it is. It is. It's extended range vehicle. I get 600 miles out of a tank.
To a gallon. Big Oil hates him.
Jay Creature said during the Hudson Valley Mall shooting, cell phones wouldn't work. I believe it. It's just too many people hitting that network at once. People trying to send mass pictures and video files. That kind of data just crashes cell phone networks.
These little Adirondack towns their networks aren't ready to handle that kind of stuff.
Southern Tier Prepper, my fault. I'm sorry about that. Can I do something real quick, Lennox?
Go ahead.
I don't mean to reach around you here, but
Further.
There's just get out of here. Get out of here.
Who? What?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Well, I thought you were gonna ban somebody. I was like,
No,
get him.
no. We're going a little different direction here, but
thought you were
something I had to do. I've been meaning to do it for a while, and I just wanted to get it done before.
You're like, get out of here. I'm like, yeah, remove that son of a bitch.
Smack him.
Get outta here.
Smack him.
Now we also saw people using motorcycles as well. Let's call this scenario like as Bugout Vehicles. Now these guys kind of had it right there. You're vulnerable.
I fixed your thing, Southern Tier Prepper, so you got the proper credentials here now.
As a motorcyclist, you have lots of mobility, and I would argue extended range too, especially if, say, you're carrying like a little jerry can on the back and to fill yourself up again. But you're really vulnerable, and the way people were driving with their city merging and stuff like this, as a motorcyclist, you can get wrecked, and those people ain't even going to look back. They rocked you at 85.
They wouldn't even know that they hit you.
No, just thunk. Oh, what the hell was that? I don't know. I'm 2 miles away now.
Anne-Marie, yes, my phone has been acting weird, probably since the FBI took it over at some point in time. One of them alphabet fellas, they're in there.
Scott Truesdale, by split lanes, I
Two riders to a lane for sure.
I think, and I was always on the fence. I don't ride, but I always thought that they weren't really supposed to do that, but they do anyway, sort of in a silent defiance. You know what I mean? Which I'd prefer them ride side by side. That's fine. You're taking up the lane and showing us you're there. Plus, you present the silhouette of either two headlights or two tail lights. It's when you're zipping up the center line in between people fucking doing this.
Yeah.
Talking about look out for motorcycles. Excuse me. I was not looking out for motorcycles, and you put yourself directly in my path trying to get somewhere fast.
Yeah. Riding the lane divider line.
Yeah, see, I'm pretty sure no one's allowed to do that, but motorcyclists here, especially in the city and well, really anywhere, when given heavy traffic, will use the shoulder and the center line.
Yeah, I think those enduro bikes, you know, the go anywhere, do anything, that's like the ultimate bug out vehicle, man. You if you have what you need on your back and you can still ride with it, or like some saddlebags on one of those enduro bikes, you know, enduro was like dirt bike with blinkers.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
It's a rude, legal dirt bike. Okay,
Yeah.
now a buddy of mine, that perhaps you guys should, if you want like really cool stuff, content is this guy, I'm going to drop his name, hell with it, Derek Finkel on Facebook.
Okay.
He goes ice climbing and all this crazy stuff in the mountains over the winter. He finds the frozen waterfalls, but his way he gets around is an enduro. He's like, I'd take the roads as far as I need to, and then he's like, I'll take a left, and I'll just go to the spot on the bike. Cool way to get around. Again, as long as you're environmentally conscious. Nobody wants to be running through some pristine wilderness and find your fucking dirt bike rooster tails all over the place. But
Yeah.
motorcycle is a cool way to get around. And I remember we were saying, when we were stuck in traffic and it was slow and it was like, this sucks. If we could deploy either a dirt bike or a e-bike out the back of the truck.
Yeah, to get up ahead and see what the problem
just
is
get picked
and
up.
then come back.
Yeah.
The drone would be ideal. If you were really stuck in, bumper to bumper traffic and you weren't sure what was going on up there, to have a small drone and be able to send it up, even a quarter mile ahead of you, sometimes just getting up enough
and see
you
what's
can
going on,
see
yeah.
what's going on. Then you have an idea what you're really up against. If the traffic is as long as it was on this ride, you'd be like, shit.
And with a drone too, your problem becomes, say, traffic starts moving again, and you got to land the thing. What do you do now?
Yeah.
A deployable, even a bicycle, a secondary vehicle where you could scout ahead and see what the hell. I highly recommend it. It would have been fun to have one on this trip.
Yeah. Ed Bennett, I have Old Mutt has an awesome e-bike, one of the hunting ones, the Rambo e-bikes. We did a review on it. The Old Mutt loaned it to us, and that thing is amazing. Amazing. You can straight out fly on that thing like 25 plus miles an hour.
It's like a silent off-road.
Full powered. It's like an electric motorcycle. You're just not going, highway speeds. Fat tire bike. Super stable. It's heavy, man. This thing's weigh like 65, 70 pounds. So, but you can fly. And if you guys want to know about electric bicycles, he's here all the time. He's always in the chat. Greenleaf. Check him out. He knows all about the e-bikes.
Is it the fellow that rode to the event from...
Correct. Yeah, man. He took his e-bike from Massachusetts and rode all the way out to the events. And back home on just the charge in his e-bikes. He has a custom trailer that he brings with him.
Vision Preparedness, welcome to the...
Safe travels. There he is, Greenleaf, 35 miles an hour now, better downhill. Right on, brother. Yeah, he has a great channel, and he is Mr. E-Bike when it comes to working on them, putting them together. If you want to custom make one.
Important stuff, too.
Yeah.
If you're going to get something like that, you better learn how to work on it, because, once again, you're not just going to drive to the shop and get it fixed in the event. That something went down.
That's right. You got to know. You got to know. Get yourself some mechanical ability, folks. Tinker with some things. Even if it's at home, if you got some old broken shit.
If you fail,
apart
good.
And try it.
You made it. You got experience now.
That's right. That's right. We don't fail. We learn.
Yeah, well, highly recommend it. Yeah, it's of course I don't even have one, but it's something that I think I would have. I would either even a foldable bicycle.
They make foldable e-bikes too, Livingston, man.
Even for more practical reasons,
Yeah,
instead of like, oh my god, we have to scout and do recon on this, but like, darn it, I ran out of gas. Like you got a way to keep going.
Let's see. Greenleaf says 50-mile range now too. Wow, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome, and all-wheel drive. Oof. Too cool.
Now, it's a perpetual energy. You guys like conspiracy theories,
Vinny,
right?
man, I agree with you. I agree with you. Hunker down. But, after seeing what we saw during the eclipse traffic, Livingston, man, I think once that initial run of everybody happens, there is going to be so many abandoned vehicles that the roadways are done. Absolutely done. Robert Lenahan, good to see you, my brother. Thank you so much for stopping by.
You guys like conspiracy theories. Let's talk about perpetual energy. Let's talk about perpetual energy.
All right.
Why can't Greenleaf just hook 2 alternators to his wheels, connect it to the battery, and have infinite power? Why?
And recharge while you're discharging. So they call that passive charging. Some batteries are capable of it, but I'm not sure with the drain on those. If
science says perpetual energy can't work, but I say, why can't it? And when they instead of
vision, yes, but yes,
they put the alternator things like on the brakes. It charges when you use the brakes, but why not just put an alternator on each rotor of the tire and create power with the power you're using? You're using one.
So resistance is the answer that most people are saying. Resistance. And Greenleaf said the transfer would be a bit different.
Very good. Everyone looked it up on Google. Now explain it to me for real, because you actually know, and not because you're reading it off a second tab right now.
So honestly, I think the best way to go about this is multiple batteries for your electric bicycle. Right,
Dana, let's prep. Yeah, you used to be able to plug
solar panels.
You used to be able to plug probes into a potato and run a clock, but I can't hook 4 alternators to the tires of a Tesla and charge the battery. Make it make sense.
Trev Terror, good to see you, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight.
Jay Creature, I'm from
the
same school. Listen, when the elevator crashes, and if you jump at the last second, you're good.
I'm sure there's a way to charge, maybe not the battery that you're using at the time, but perhaps an extra cell that you could charge one and then just transfer that to the other one, and then charge this one while this one's draining, and kind of get a cycle of that. But you need good sunshine, really, really
No, we don't need
Good
sunshine at all.
sunshine.
We need one charged battery, a system of alternators, and a secondary battery.
Well, you're definitely on the alternator kick. I was thinking more solar powered, like as you were traveling, you could charge one with your solar panels.
No,
I mean redundancy.
so
if you could
using-
alternator
I'm using-
and solar panel.
I'm drawing from the battery with one motor,
Mm-hmm.
but I am applying input from 4 dynamos.
Interesting.
And I conclude as a not expert at all, and I'm just using somewhat of common sense. Now, electricity is kind of like magic, and only Nikola Tesla really understood it. The rest of you
It
are
is
only
a
reading
little
it off
magical.
Google and trying to act like you know. But I think that the only logical conclusion can be that why this would not be popular is because they need to charge you money for that so-called
Electricity, yeah.
whatever it is. The same one that there's always the talk of the fellow who made the vehicle that ran for 100 miles a gallon, and the next thing you know, he looked out the window and there was like dudes like fucking with his car and broke it. You know, I think that kind of thing is possible, and there's people who have the motive and the means to suppress that sort of thing. Otherwise, imagine if you could generate your own electricity from potatoes. Then what do you need National Grid for? Well, National Grid has $1 billion lobbyists in Congress telling you that potato electricity is
It's
some
dangerous.
Alex Jones.
It's dangerous.
It's misinformation.
Dangerous. You're gonna start another
it's
pandemic with that
misinformation, and it will kill your grandma.
That's it. Ghost Lincoln says, I shall keep my brain out of this. Hey, I don't blame you. I think,
I'm with Prep and Mantis. I think we gotta try
get some parts, get some beers, and see what happens. What's the worst thing we're going to do? Is electrocute ourselves?
I need a DC motor, a 12-volt battery, and 4 alternators.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you. You just got to
Explain, because
tinkering.
How can I be discharging 12 volts DC, but inputting 48 and lose out? Explain it.
Robert says, I used to be smart like Livingston Man until I got smashed in the head 17 times. I think that's what happened to me too, man. It's like they put my head in the car door. It just kept, smashing it.
I say, if you're in a position, maybe you're a car guy. You probably have access to all this crap I'm talking about. School us, bro. Like, it works, it don't work. Be careful if it works. And careful who you tell if it works.
K. Paul, I've seen some folks getting some incredible gas mileage out of cars with on-demand hydrogen systems. On-demand because you don't store it, because hydrogen is very dangerous if stored in an enclosed space. So
Doing an experiment, Michael. Hold him down.
He's experimenting now. He's going deep. He's going deep. Oh my goodness, Livingston Man is figuring
there's
it out.
not very much.
Yeah.
All right, because
not a
what I
whole
was
lot.
going to, okay, a point, oh my god, not any.
Almost no hydrogen in Earth's atmosphere. That's what Livingston Man was going for there.
Well, because what I wanted was big suckers, like the airfoils on the front of the car, sucks in air, takes out hydrogen, runs car, but there ain't shit. So we you have to. Well, you need a nuclear reaction to reduce helium to hydrogen. You have to use fission, split them apart.
Yeah, folks are using electrodes in water and making on-demand hydrogen gas.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a different word for what that is. That it can only be so scientific, you guys.
Yeah, they'll so it doesn't replace the
Bob
gasoline.
Lazar is my man. Like,
doesn't-
listen, he was the first Alex Jones, bro.
It doesn't replace the gasoline. It just enhances the gasoline to where your mileage is beyond.
Prep and Mantis, this was the inspiration for
Everything.
my idea. You used to be able to put that little thing, you flipped it down and it touched the bike tire. And it would spin and it would power the light.
Robert Lenahan says the thunderstorm generator.
He's all on about
Says
that.
Randall Carlson. He's
Drop a
affiliated
link,
with
bro.
the
These
guy.
people love this stuff.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
I'm telling you guys, they're lying to us. We can make our own power, and they just lie.
He says, Johnny Prep says he has Bob's cell number.
No, I met him at Russian military bazaars back in the day when I was first built. We're tight. We're already tight.
Ah, that's right. Eric N1RV is Mr. Diesel. Mr. Diesel.
No, and Ed Benoit here is on point with it because most of the hydrogen synthesis, I assume they use to do this with the vehicles, they're, I don't know, distilling it or whatever the word would be,
distilled
from water.
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause
Yeah,
that would
distilled
be
water.
the #1 source of it on the planet.
Cold War Prepper says, a Corvette Prorusky?
I was built there. I'm not.
Not from there. Prepping Manta says, I'm nodding my head at my laptop like an idiot.
Right. So, I mean, I'm saying now, if you hooked 4 of those things to the light, it would get brighter, right?
Oops says hydro is very explosive. Yes, especially when it's bottled.
When you fill the Hindenburg
when it's
with
bottled.
it.
But if it's something that
humanity.
the way they keep it more stable is they don't store it. You know, it's made and used instantly. So when they're, from what I've seen, these guys, the one guy had a Ford Explorer that he was running on a partial. He called it an on-demand hydrogen system.
I would argue if anyone in favor of hydrogen is dangerous to say other thing. I mean, Teslas be dangerous. You know, EVs and something about like if you crash it, you die. Like not from the crash, but from the fire, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, that's right, Johnny Preps. On demand. I mean, I think that's the way to go. I think that's the way to go. I think.
And who stands to gain from such a system?
What, from hydrogen?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the planet stands to gain.
Oh no, I don't mean the
something like
technology.
that.
I mean the infrastructure for it. Once again, you're still going to need fill
Prep
stations.
and artists have a great night.
You're going to need fill stations. You're going to need somebody like a middleman, and you're going to end up having to pay.
I think
for it.
I think just implementing this stuff and augmenting what we already have to make the resources that we have last longer, right? I guess it's like adding pasta to a dish to make it something more.
Are you lending credence to the idea that some resources are finite and that perhaps the planet is polluted? Are you suggesting?
I'm just saying, I like the environment. I like creatures.
No. We are Republicans here. To hell with those polar bears. To hell with that wilderness. We're gonna drill. Isn't that what our good buddy said? Right. We're gonna drill hell with those polar bears. Right. What are you all on about electricity and hydrogen for? What kind of group has this become? I'm out. You know what? Time's up. You fucking liberals. Good night.
That's it. He's finding the button. We're out.